Good evening. We present the news summary. The petition filed by the Human Rights Commission, the Ombudsman, and the Bar Association before the Constitutional Court seeking a review of the 10th Amendment of the Constitution was mentioned again in court this morning. The three entities formally lodged a formal motion for the recusal of the three judges hearing the case, that is Chief Justice Ronnie Govindan and Justices Mohan Burhan and Bracel Adlin. In a joint press communique released after the hearing, the three entities said the application for the recusal is on the grounds that there is evidence indicating that the judiciary was involved in the preparation of the 10th Amendment. Justice Govindan has asked the lawyers to make a formal demand and requested that the Bar Association, one of the litigants, provides a resolution backing the case. The case will be heard again in 4 weeks. An incident last year during which law enforcement officers seized 23 kilograms of gold on board a vessel from Madagascar had no bearing on relations between the two countries. The minister responsible for foreign affairs, Sylvester Radegonde, made the statement in answer to a private notice question from the leader of the opposition in the National Assembly this morning. Mr. Radegonde said the 4 Malagasy nationals, a Frenchman and a Seychellois on board the vessel, were charged and appeared before the Supreme Court. They received prison sentences. However, the minister said he could not go into the details as a second case related to the incident is to be heard tomorrow in the Supreme Court. The Department of Agriculture is taking measures to speed up the procedures for allocation of plots of agricultural land, and in some cases the formalities for taking over plots not yet developed. The actions are aimed to reduce the number of people waiting for a plot of agricultural land for many years. This morning, Minister Flavien Joubert was in the National Assembly to answer questions from the MNAs on the subject. The minister indicated that the selection of applicants for agricultural land will henceforth be based on their financial and technical ability to develop the allocated land. United Nations resident coordinator to Seychelles says she has learned a lot from Seychelles during her mandate. She was speaking after a farewell call on President Ramkalawan at State House this morning. President Ramkalawan also welcomed the new Norwegian ambassador and Pakistani High Commissioner in another farewell call from the Vatican ambassador.
The UN resident coordinator, Mrs. Omutuni, was the third person to meet President Ramkalawan this morning. She's been in the post for almost 5 years and she has learned some lessons here.
Is how Seychelles managed peaceful elections and a peaceful transfer of power, and how the country is very stable, a good example to Africa. Another good lesson is how the country managed COVID. I was here when COVID hit, how everything closed and we almost lost hope, but how everything turned around, and now I almost didn't have a room to stay because tourism is back, the economy is back and stuff like that. But also the growing partnership between the UN and the country.
However, the first meeting at State House this morning was with the new Norwegian ambassador, Gunnar Andreas Holm, who discussed in particular sustainable ocean economy.
We discussed possible cooperation on sustainable ocean economy, and as two countries that have a historical very close links to the sea and living off the sea, we see that we can work together on sustainable ocean economy when it comes to fisheries and when it comes to other issues linked to the oceans.
As for the new Pakistani High Commissioner, Muhammad Ahsan Jan, expediting pending MOUs are some of the priorities between the two countries.
Then we have a pending MOU on illegal drug trafficking and illicit substances, so that is also in the final stage. We already signed an MOU recently in 2019 on the health cooperation. Pakistan would be providing health facilities and hospital management facilities to Seychelles very soon. We are also working on an MOU on avoidance of double taxation.
For his part, the departing apostolic nuncio to Seychelles, Bishop Paulo Galtieri, discussed the possibility that the state can work with the Catholic Church in areas such as education.
Seychelles, together with the rest of the world, are commemorating the October Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Today, the company Cat Coco mobilized its resources to give strength to the campaign for early detection of breast cancer and raise funds which will go towards the cause. The Creative Seychelles Agency has organized an exhibition as part of activities for the Creole Festival. 20 artists aged 22 to 72 years are participating in the exhibition. Their artwork is under the theme, "What is your Creole identity?"
Paintings, drawings, sculptures, a video, relief, and mixed media are being displayed at the National History Museum. This was part of a ceremony last night to commemorate the 37th edition of the Creole Festival. 20 artists have participated in this exhibition under the theme Quelle est l'identité créole, or in English, What is your Creole identity? Kayla Eden is one of the artists who is participating in this exhibition.
What I'm trying to represent is back in the day with respect that we had towards people, and we'd pass in front of them, we would say hello and we'd be respectful. But nowadays it's more disrespectful. You pass, wherever you go, men tend to look at women as if they're just objects and they just want to pass some kind of commentary. And so I decided to use every word, every sentence that has been said to me walking the streets of Seychelles. Dark as it may seem and sad, it is part of Seychelles culture that we have this lack of respect. And it's not just men disrespecting women, it's also women in the sense of ignoring the situation, not doing anything about it. And so if we don't put a stop to it in terms of education and not just enforcing some kind of law or fine, then maybe there might be some progress.
The members of the public are invited to vote for their favorite artwork from today until the 28th of October.
This was the news summary. Thank you for your attention.